Good morning. Good morning, Lucky. Hello, can you hear me? Welcome to the Immunity Show. Master Lucky's just joined me. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, dear Joe. Yes, of course, I hear you very well. And you, me?
Oh, wonderful. Yes, I can. Thank you.
I hope I fixed that everything with connection.
Yeah, well, that sounds
it
good
works
so
now.
far.
Good, huh?
Yep, you sound very clear, so that's
Thank
good.
you.
We are
Thank
good
you.
to go.
I'm glad. Thank you very much. Yeah, nice to see you again. Nice.
Great
Thank you
to
for
see
having me.
you. Yeah, well, it's such a shame the other night with your call with Chrissy White as well, because obviously the reception was a little bit dodgy, and we weren't getting all your words. So I just wanted to make sure our listeners and our audience had another chance to hear your advice and your expertise, nice and loud and clear. So thank you for coming back. Great to see you. Nice and sunny today. No blizzards up in the mountains of Switzerland.
Yeah, it is. It is Sunday outside. I'm so glad that I'm here again, so that I can clarify. I heard that the connection was bad first time, but okay. Who knows why it is good? There is good in everything.
There is, and if we're patient, we get there in the end, don't we? And I'm stubborn. I don't like giving up on anything. Oh, fantastic! Well, you're coming to me from the beautiful mountains of Switzerland, so you've got a very good reason to have slightly great, not less than good reception, but yeah, great to see you. Great to see you, and it was a really amazing call the other day, and I wanted to just kind of give a recap. Because you are what you call a spiritual physicist. You have spent your life researching, creating, testing so many of the important theories that we accept. And there is so much that we could talk about, but obviously this is the Immunity Show.
Yes.
And one thing I would really like us to focus on, I'd also like us to come on to the Omnia Radiation Balancer in a minute, and the subject of radiation. But can we first of all start to talk about intent and energy, because it's something that I feel is not really discussed. It's not really aired, and sadly there are so many people living in fear right now that they have forgotten that they have a power of intention, and they are just constantly receiving instead of omitting themselves and believing in what they can do. And so I'd love to hear your synopsis of your work and intention and energy.
Yeah, that's wonderful subject. I love it. That is what I've been doing in the last 20 years. I'm actually a new energy physicist. And the presence of the new energy of love on this planet is actually the Messiah that people, mostly the religious people, have been waiting for the centuries, for millennia. It's not coming. That is the energy of love which is present on this planet. And first and foremost, we have to know who are we human beings. It doesn't help anything else if somebody name, surname, address, and everything else. That's true. We human beings, we are holographic part of the Creator, God Creator. As a holographic part, we have everything what God has. So we are infinite, eternal beings, omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient, spiritual beings. We cannot die, even if we want it. Eternity means there's no beginning, no end. So but we got from the Creator God the gift of free will. So whatever we experience, we choose it to experience some way or the other. Either we choose it consciously or unconsciously, we are not aware of it. But never mind, it goes into manifestation. That is always our choice. And this era is the era of taking responsibility for ourselves, being fully aware of our God's given power. And then comes conscious intent you want me to talk about. The point is that every cell of our body, there is a difference. When I say me, I never think of my body. I say my body because I'm not my body. That is a very, very important. Many people, thousands, billions of people believe that they are that what they see in the mirror. That is, but not like it, because we project our thoughts and record them electrically in our body, so that my body is a masterpiece of my creations through many, many incarnations on this planet, in order to serve best my soul to evolve through the experience. So, in other words, we are both father and mother of our bodies. We create our bodies through each our thought. Now, when we know that, and when we know that each our life experience, each our all circumstances, our abundance, our health, our relationship, and so on, it is a product of that what we choose. Never mind if it is illness, or if it is richness, or if it is something else. Being aware of the fact that is my choice, I can take responsibility for it and can choose consciously, can choose what I really desire. And then there is support in the scientific background, which is not present in the official science, because in official science you have nowhere creator, nowhere God, nowhere source of energy in their atom, cell, particle model, and all other laws. I have explained a little bit about it for the first time, but I will not go into details. True concept of what is that atom consists of a light ring, a ring of light, spinning and centering point, which is source of energy, which is spirit, which is God, which is creator, mind, which is centering those light rings and giving energy them in order that they can move, that they can rotate. And that is huge change. It is a game changer, because now we know the source of energy, we know the source of intelligence. That 0 point is an intelligent point which responds to our consciousness. And now comes the possibility that we address this 0 point consciously with our intent, in order that it goes into manifestation what we actually share, or we request, so to say, from this intelligent source, which God, creator, or spirit, or mind, or source is. Never mind, you can use any word, but to be aware that that point is the only point which exists. It is the same everywhere, so that we can say we're living in two universes. The one is still universe of rest, is absolute balance, absolute stillness, motionless, cold, which is the source of energy, which is oftentimes called the still magnetic light, and everything what is magnetic is motionless comes from that still universe at rest, which is cold. And the other universe is this universe of motion, which is electric, and which is actually record of thought or of our thoughts if it is about our reality. So that discovery of the right atom concept enables us to connect consciously with that center zero point, and then deliver some request, some intent, so it goes into manifestation. And I would like to emphasize this point, which is absolutely important point, that we have to connect to that point, to spirit, to God, creator, soul. If we want, then our conscious intent goes into manifestation. Otherwise, this point, let's say point, does not respond, not hurt if we are not connected. It will need not go into manifestation. And the most easy, most cheap, and most efficient, most efficient way. So please,
we've forgotten
Joe,
to
you can.
We've forgotten to recognize the fact that we are in control of our bodies, and you know, and we've got this connection with all that we are. And so, you know, I mean, you can read the cases, you can find out all the, you know, the information that there are people that have healed themselves, that have, you know, and so, you know, you can't help just think back to sort of Jesus and, you know, the laying of the hands. And I mean, I'm trained in Reiki, and, you know, I just think, that, you know, that there is so much on all different levels. There's information about intention. You know, you've got The Secret, the book The Secret, Rhonda Byrne. So much of that is biblical in there, but so much of it is related to intention, and to manifestation, because obviously that has a kind of a message to that book. But Deepak Chopra has been talking for years about the fact that you can keep your body as young as you want it to. And it's something that I really felt like we needed to really raise again, because right now, sadly, there are people that have forgot this, and they're allowing themselves to be drowned in all these messages. But they need to everyone needs to take a moment and say, this is my body and it will do what I want it to do. This is my body and it will do what I want it to do. And I am healthy. I am free. I am, you know, all the I am statements. And as you said beautifully, is that all of this is proven. If you're someone who needs to see the science, you've got articles on your website, most likely on TeslaStyle101.com. There's lots of the proof is there. So why have we forgotten this? You know, it's just, I suppose it's easier to not. It's because then we have to really engage the consciousness, and sometimes it can be. It's just something we've forgotten to do, isn't it?
Yeah. The reason why we have forgotten it is the electric field of the planet Earth. Because, and before we incarnate, we are fully aware that we will be disconnected from our spiritual angelic nature, and that we will forget who are we. And the whole game in the life is to remember who you are and to wake up. So the point is to use alarm clocks like you have used your alarm clock when you said, I simply have realized that I have to do it, and I started to do it, and that was your alarm clock. We all human beings incarnated in these end times where all the all the cycles have been finished, and we are beginning a totally new era of the conscious creation era of divinity, Christos era, where we really will learn about energy, how to let energy serve us. And unfortunately, not so many people have remembered and woke up who they are, but still the small number of those who remembered and who woke up hold the light, and it was enough for the planet Earth to transit into the to ascend into the fifth dimension. And what is interesting here, really, to talk about energy, as you ask me, there are two types of energy. There is old energy, which is dual: energy of opposition, energy of fight, energy of force, of power, of fear, creation on a hard way with efforting. And that energy has been present on this planet for like a 30 millennia in this last civilization, in this civilization. And something happened on August 17th, 1987. This is most probably, not most probably, most surely, the most important data in the history of mankind on this planet. Because one should understand that at the end of the cycle, always will be decided if this civilization will go into next cycle or will be destroyed in order to begin again from the beginning. And that happened civilization August 17, 1987. The former civilization, Atlantis, has been destroyed in a cataclysmic event. And that's what is known. It's a far from the truth, but never mind. There is truth about Atlantis, and who wants to be informed can find information about it. But never mind. At the end of the civilization will be always decide if I turn to my sister, to you, to my brother, to anybody else, my light side or my dark side. On a consciousness level, when it is predominantly all those who like to fight, to kill, to murder, to oppose to others, to hate, and everything what is in the human dark nature, then the civilization will be ultimately destroyed. And we start from the beginning. We are eternal beings, we reincarnate, and we continue our soul journey, our soul evolution in the next civilization. So first time in the history of mankind on this planet, on August 17th, 1987, there were enough of us incarnated on this planet who were for love, for peace, for harmony, for balance, and for prosperity of all human beings on this planet. And then there were 144,000, not a big number, but enough so that this civilization did not end in a cataclysmic event like man prophesied, but continued into the new era of love, peace, joy, harmony, era of consciousness of Christ, era of the highest level of consciousness. And then we have needed for changes, and for huge changes, so that this old type of energy has been transmuted slowly but surely into the new energy of love. On a level of physics, simple physics, one can explain it so. You have old energy, you have force. and you have electrons, protons, neutrons, and there is attraction, repulsion between all these charged particles, how they say it, although it's not like that, but never mind. But then in the new era, we got a new energy with a new unit of energy, energy of love. And that new unit of energy consists of, it is a dodecahedron, 12-sided pentagon, where there are 6 pairs of spires, which are spiraling from the opposite side, inside in, outside, outside in, and inside out, so that that unit of energy is absolutely balanced unit in itself. It's a unit of love. And that's amazing discovery. I love it. And I've been working with this energy since like 20 years. And trust me, there, when you connect with spirit and ask that new energy to fulfill some of your conscious intent, it goes into manifestation. And that is how I have created protection from radiation, not only from radiation, but from anything else in connection with the new energy and its unit deca or dodeca. I call it with nickname deca. It is officially called dodeca, from dodecahedron. Dodeca. And creation with the new energy is absolutely amazing, simple. The precaution is always you have to be connected with spirit in that new energy. When you go into conscious breathing, and that is what I wanted to explain, the way how you most easily, most surely, most cheap, and most efficiently connect with the spirit, with the new energy, so that your intent, when given in that state of absolute forgetfulness of the body and existence as a spirit, goes 100% into manifestation. So the point is here, by the conscious breathing, it's a new quality in relation to any kind of meditation. New quality here is conscious decision to connect with spirit within. Conscious decision it's a mental activity. I decide consciously to connect with spirit within. I close my eyes, take deep in breath through my nose only. Hold for a moment inside, and then I breathe out through the mouth only. And then after some time of practicing that, everyone can reach state after a few minutes of this breathing, forgetting the body, connecting with spirit, existing with spirit. That's a unique experience. Know who you are. You know self. Through experience, you know self. It is mentally, when you accept, when I say to you, okay, there is a support, that is holographic principle. Creator is eternal. We are made in image of creator. Image of eternity is eternity. Mathematically, you can divide eternity by 7 million, 9 billion, and 99 billion. Doesn't matter. You get always result eternal, eternal. What means that each part of eternity is also eternal. That is illogical for the people who are thinking about dividing something what is finite. In this case, you are dividing something what is eternal, and each part is also eternal. And that is who you are. But that is a mental contemplation. You accept that mentally. Doesn't go into manifestation your intent. If you don't experience it, and only to experience you can know something. I used to give the beautiful example of the first sex. When we come into teenage and the opposite pole starts attracting us and so on, we read some, hear the stories, watch something. But only when we start masturbation and everything, but only through the experience. When we experience it for the first time, we know what it is. So one can know something only through experience. So that is,
which is why we're here, isn't it? That's the
everything
whole
else.
point of us being here, is to experience ourselves, to experience what we truly are.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I would like to explain that from the beginning, so that that people understand who they are, why they are coming here, incarnating, what is the reason, and where we are now in that evolution. So the first and the most important and almost the only reason that we have started to incarnate on this planet was to learn about the relationship between consciousness and energy. There was a doubt that the whole creation energy will go stuck, will get stuck, and that would destroy the whole creation. And in order to prevent it, then this planet has been created. You should understand that everything what is material is an imagined product. This planet has been imagined intentionally with that reason, with that purpose, to enable us through the order of arc as a portal to incarnate here and to learn about energy and to get energy moved, not to allow energy to get stuck, to destroy the whole creation. So billions of years we've been incarnating on this planet, and always with the same reason. And finally, we have succeeded last year in August to resolve that dilemma and that challenge. So the solution is so simple. We human beings, we are consciousness. All energy is ours and serves us if we allow energy to serve us. So it is everything in our responsibility how to deal with energy. If we allow energy to serve us, it can serve us unlimited potential. We can create with the energy serving us, and that is a change in the paradigm. The old paradigm was always like this: we were servers, we were slaves of energy, we were slaving energy. And the old era with electricity is exactly that. We are serving energy and making that dual energy our boss. But now there are on this planet quite a lot of people who are aware their sovereign energy and their sovereign relationship with the energy, so that that we are moving now into a totally new era of the conscious creation with energy serving us. And this device that you see behind me is a product of my 20 years research and investigation with the new energy, where you can see pointed dodeca is a dodecahedron. On one side there is a pyramid, and two pyramids directed peak to each other. And then there is also geometry, because on the way I had to discover the right value of the pi number. Pi number in science is wrong, it's not true. The right value of the pi number is a square root of 10. And I have solved the problem of squaring circle with the right pi number, and you can find an article. But it was not just for the sake of solving it to show that I can solve it. It was needed for the further creation with the new energy. Only if you satisfy these geometry conditions with a divine pi number, I call it divine pi number, then you get divine energy, new energy into your creation. Otherwise, the energy, the new energy, the divine energy will not be allowed into your creation, will be blocked through the official pi number. Everybody, I'm always creating since then since I have discovered it 5-6 years ago, with the divine pi number, which is square root of 3.1627766, something like that, but a little bit more than the official. But the meaning of this divine pi number is absolutely amazing. It is a portal through which the divine comes into this universe, into your creation. That's
And that's
huge,
what you
huge.
do.
I believe that is one of the amazing. Sorry?
Well, it throws everything. In my laywoman's terms, it throws everything out the window. It's how I see it. It throws everything out the window. Obviously, just by that tiny indiscretion, if you like, it just throws everything out the window, which I just think is remarkable. And I mean, I just, I have so much, I can't even begin to say how, inspired and just grateful that you've come on the show, and because you're doing, you've worked and you've spent your, so much of your life, trying to get to the root of what was really happening with us, and you have.
I would like.
And I think that
I would like to explain what is now happening on the global.
Can I just finish off with that? But obviously, the dodeca technology is obviously at the key to what you are moving forward with energy creation. So obviously, the Omnia Radiation Balancer stickers are a tiny manifestation. Your design, your creation, that can ultimately lead to us not needing energy plants, electric, because we can create it. And I just think that's incredible. I mean, just remarkable, absolutely remarkable. And as you mentioned, you've got papers on your website, teslastar101.com, that go into all your research, and they and you can obviously find. I really need to put your full name up as well, because obviously I haven't branded you yet, Master Laki. Once I've done your brand, you can just be Master Laki, #Master Laki. But at the moment, you're Dr. Ilija Lakicevic. So I'm just going to change, for viewers watching, just so that they can see your name, I'm just going to change, if you don't mind, change your name.
No, you can do. Oh, it doesn't matter. You can put it Ilija Lakicevic.
Because obviously at the moment, all your work is obviously under your full name, isn't it? So but we need to make brand Master Laki. It's a new brand ready to go. Okay, so let's go on. Obviously, the one thing I'd like to be mindful of, because the intention of immunity, and I know you know this, but I just want to reiterate for the viewers and listeners, the intention of immunity and Immunity Month is to reconfigure our mindset, to give us a focus of what we can control, B, what is fundamentally ours already, and C, take our focus off of the other, I believe, nonsense going on right now. One thing that we do want to do is ensure that people are presented with information that really serves them, no matter where they are on that spectrum. You and I are on the same page, Master Laki, when it comes to the situation and what is happening. However, a lot of people aren't, and I fully believe that it's all about giving chunks of something, little bit, spoon feeding information that eventually people will realize what is truly happening right now. And I know we could bypass the spoon feeding with the knowledge and information you have. And I would love to, maybe a little bit further down the line, get you back on the show when people have started to wake up to what is happening right now. But right now, I'd just like to go back to radiation, which Tim Saunders was on our show, and he mentioned. But obviously, I'd like to, and this is a personal. I've got 2 children, so this is very much a personal desire of mine to really understand radiation, because we're not being light with anything. We're not being given the true facts and figures. And Tim gave a brilliant presentation the other day. So can we just hear, just before we finish, but just if we could hear about your views on radiation and obviously how your incredible invention works. But the picture of 5G, it's very, very bleak, isn't it?
Yes, thank you very much. I love this opportunity. And I have worked as a physicist, doctor of physical plasma physics and atomic physics, and also research professor with radiation, and a very, 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 very high radiation source is much stronger than sun. And I had a huge experience with radiation. And then when I have started my independent journey and my independent research, I decided to do with radiation to balance radiation. Then I have discovered the true cell atom particle model. And then I have discovered something what calls quality of radiation. It's on the base if that radiation is life supporting or life destructive. So if it is life supportive, it is a balanced positive radiation or an opposite. Example of positive radiation is the sun radiation because it's balanced. All artificial radiation on this planet is negative, is imbalanced and causing imbalanced effects on the body, on the all life forms. And I call it radiation poisoning. Because everything in the material world light rings. So food that we eat is made of light rings. Air that we breathe in, light rings. Water that we drink, again light rings. Why not talk about radiation poisoning if there is food poisoning, if there is water poisoning, and so on? It is really radiation poisoning that is deliberately spread out. It may be the main reason to attack our immune system and destroy our immune system. That body then in that case becomes vulnerable to small cold and something else, and people can die from it. When the immune system doesn't function, that means that poisons are accumulating in the body to that point where the body dies. And in order to understand what is immune system is a bowels, digestion, which is able to press, compress, and to remove poisons out. And that is human immune system. When it is destroyed, when it is out of function, then the body accumulates too much poisons and dies. So radiation does exactly that. Imbalanced radiation, which is out of balance, in the effect of resonance with every human cell, brings the cells out of balance and they become then poison. And then we can see it on the blood cells. We made measurements, and that is absolutely clear that blood cells by diseased blood are totally destroyed. They don't have these wonderful shapes of donuts, of rings. So, and when this protection in form of the Omnia Radiation Balancer or some other my inventions will be attached to that radiation, the radiation becomes balanced, and we immediately see that the blood comes back into balanced, beautiful, nice rings are seen, and there we see what cell is. We see blood cells under microscope. We see rings with the centering black point, 0 point. And scientists are talking about some nebulous concepts of cell. They see in front of their eyes under microscope what blood cells are. And you have in science, you have all concepts wrong. And nowhere there is a creator, there is a spirit, there is a intelligent point, source of energy. And I believe that my huge contribution to bringing truth as a truth bringer to this planet is also bringing all these right concepts, which are based for a new science, which is based on knowledge, And not only that we can balance radiation and prevent the harmful effects from the imbalanced radiation, from the poisoned radiation, but we can literally, with the use of this device, also protect the whole planet, vegetable kingdom, animal kingdom, all life forms, and we can do even much more. We can bring light, God, goodness to this planet, and bring love, peace, harmony, balance, prosperity for all human beings, and also together with our beautiful planet Earth, ascend into the fifth dimension. By the way, don't forget that the planet Earth is an entity, as a living entity, just like sentient being, just like we are, with everything what we have, except body is in form of the, and it is our mother, because we have started to incarnate here, and we were and taken care of by other, and so now it's our turn to take responsibility for the planet, and we took that responsibility in April last year, and now planet Earth is under our control, so to say, under the control of human beings, of our consciousness, and beautiful good news, and so many people like you and many others on this planet who are aware of our responsibility, and who are aware of our potential to change everything according to our love desires, so to say, love intentions, so that this planet, together with us human beings, within next 30 years will ascend into the fifth dimension. But on that way, we will learn our relation to energy, and learn how to allow energy to serve us, so that will change totally everything on this planet. On a global scale, we are now witnessing that effect of the new energy presence, because everything that is not in conformity, in tune, in harmony with love, with the intent of love, peace, balance, and unity, is destroying themselves. Those who are stuck with old ways of power, force, fear, and so on, control, manipulation, they destroy themselves, and we are witnessing now all over the world that movement of the mass planetary awakening. That's so beautiful. I love that. I enjoyed it so much, and I also would like to share some humble advice for all those people who pretend to be violent, and so that is the wrong way, because we have now energy of love on this planet, and the wisdom of the new era is very simple. We have all systems on this planet, including governmental, religious, educational, financial, medical, and so on. They are made against us people, but we do not judge it. We step away, step aside, and we observe it, still observe, and then we send the new energy, we send our light to balance that. The new energy is conscious energy. It knows energy of love. How do it in the efficient and most lovely way, most peaceful way? So don't give any agenda. Just send your light to any place in the world where there are tensions, like now in America, and you will witness very soon a resolution which will really astound you, but you will see how new energy works. And that will happen now for the first time on the global scale in America, and will be spread out in the whole world, because the new energy is a wonder, is a really wonder. It's so easy to work with new energy, to attach conscious intent and let it do, and then wonder starts happening. And I know also that many people who are waking up they read and they pretend to get enlightened, to ascend, and what is that, and then trying that, and there are so many false gurus on the planet. They really don't know. They teach always, and people are trying to experience some wonder in their lives so that it would confirm them that they are enlightened.
Mm.
No. That is opposite. First, you allow your own enlightenment, which is a natural process without effort, without anything. Of that, the conscious breath, you allow your enlightenment, and then wonder starts happening in your life.
Mm.
It
It
is
has to
other way
start
around.
with you.
Not
Yeah, it has to start with you. And the conscious breathing, the simple breathing through your nose, out through your mouth, nice and slowly, will just bring you into your consciousness. It's that simple. That's where it all starts, isn't it? And that's what meditation always starts with. I mean, we're at last, meditation is becoming something that people know about, trying, are experimenting with, and are practicing. And as that is endorsed, and meditation 20 years ago was it was people in India did meditation, or if you went to yoga, maybe. So my gran was ahead of her time. You would have loved my grandmother, Master Laki. She told me, meditation, Joe, yoga and meditation are the only two things you need to learn in life. And she was right. And God bless her soul, wherever she is right now on this planet, because she was ahead of her time, and she lived in Bristol, and she taught me so much. We're sadly going to have to bring it to an end, but what an amazing conversation. I just really could, so many different areas you've studied, Maslaki, and please go to Maslaki's website, teslastar101.com. You can read all his papers, and you can go on YouTube and find him there. It's Dr. Ilija Lakicevic. Sorry.
Yes. Soon there will be on my website an absolute protection, divine protection from anything, distanceless. You don't need to carry anything, and that's my new invention. Is now in process of testing, and as soon as the tests are finished and the results positive to the end of this month, that will be available for everybody, and there will be no obligation to pay anything except what you choose to pay. So that is also something what I want to bring to this civilization, and example that love is giving. I love all of you beautiful souls. I love you, Joe, my sister, beautiful sister, and love all of those beautiful souls are watching and who will be listening, then watching in future, because they are open for truth and they are open for knowledge, and that is their unconscious choice, but that they can spread out and make it consciously present in this beautiful civilization. I love you. Yeah. I thank you very much again.
Love reigns. Love reigns. Thank you, Master Leki. Nice to see you again. Blessings to you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And we'll be back again on the Immunity Show. Goodbye for now.